Alright everybody, welcome back to Tortoise Tales. Hi Spike, he thinks I have something for him. I do not. Oh, I'm sorry. I scared him. Want a little head scratch? So today, I am going to be talking about what these tortoises like to eat, what their habitats are normally like, and what they do in their day-to-day lives. So we'll get started with their diets. This is Big Mama right here. She is our biggest female, and she just had babies back in September. We have 8 little babies, and she's coming my way. You have pear all over your face. Oh no. Got pear all over your face, honey. She's a little messy right now. But she loves fruit. And fruit is actually a small part of their diet. They normally eat grass. So what we have out here, they're grazers. And they really like hay. So we give them hay and grass, and that's a pretty big main part of their diets. And then fruit is something that can be given sparingly to them just because they have natural bacteria in their gut that helps break down grass and nutrients from the grass and hay. And the fruit is good as a treat, but it actually changes the bacteria in their gut and can potentially kill them. So we only give them fruit every now and then. It's kind of like candy for people. You don't want to overdo it on candy. They can't overdo it on fruit, but I do give it to them once every couple weeks. Big Mama's following me around, but I don't have any more food for you right now. I'm sorry. Okay, and this is Spike. He's our biggest male, and he is the father to the little baby tortoises that we have. So this is him, and he's a very good tortoise. He's very sweet. He's very friendly. They're actually very friendly tortoises. And they are African Sulcata Tortoises. They come from the African desert. So their climate should be warmer. 70 degrees is good. 80 is fine. They love it in the summertime. This is Shelby. She's one of the smaller females that we have. She's got a sister that's her same age. She is resting inside the house right now, and her sister's Bulma. And we might check on Bulma in the house just so I can introduce her to you guys. But this is Shelby. Hi, Shelby. She's pretty friendly too. And so getting back to what I was saying about their temperature, I live in Northern California, and it doesn't get too cold around here. It is December. So we have been actually having some pretty cold spells. We had the temperature drop to low 30s, which is pretty cold for around here. So back in, I think it was October, my dad actually built them this nifty house here. And the roof has the sealants on the inside, so you open it up and it actually seals shut pretty well. So he built this in less than a day. We can go ahead and look inside the house, but this house is keeping them warm while it's cold out. And the temperature, we like to keep it around 70. It did drop as low as 60 recently, but that's still okay for them. I would say the danger area that we want to make sure it doesn't drop to is probably 40 degrees. Once the temperature drops to 40 degrees, and that's what they're experiencing, then we got to make sure to get them warmer immediately, because these tortoises can die. I gotta unlatch this. They can die if they get too cold. So we'll look in here. This is kind of heavy. So we've got Bulma in here. She's our smallest female. She's kind of shy and she does hide out a lot, but that's okay. It's just kind of her personality. Hi, Bulma. And as you can see in here, there's our temperature gauge. The thermometer is that little stick hanging out right there. And then these are heating pads. So it's a pretty nifty little setup. And then the sealants I was talking about are all here, right around the edges. So that seals this roof in pretty well. It's pretty warm in here. I mean, I'm sticking my hand in here and it says it's almost 75 degrees. Of course, I'm letting a lot of the heat out, so I'm going to close this very gently. So yeah, that's the inside of their house. They live a pretty cush life. I was going to set up this tripod, but they were very curious about it. I didn't need it after all. So, what Spike is doing right now, how he's very focused on Big Mama, this is actually a mating thing that they do. He seems like he's bothering her, and he probably is. You might even get to see him get into action, but that's what they do, is they get really close to each other and they kind of almost start circling each other. Sometimes she'll come up to him and rub noses with him, and that means it's game time. So looks like he didn't get lucky today. She's walking away. Sorry, bud. Go back to Shelby. She's still sunbathing out here. Hey, Shelby. You having a nice time in the sun? And it's not really that warm out today. I mean, it's probably like low 60s, but this is fine for them. They come out of their house even when it's colder. I've seen them out here when it's in the 50s, which is crazy, and they can survive that. That is pretty cold. I try not to let them be out for too long when it's that cold, but these are very hardy animals, and they can survive out here for a long time. And even without food, I mean, they don't need a lot of food to survive, especially since they are from the African desert, and sometimes they don't get to eat every day. But they sure are interested in me and my phone right now. So we'll go in and we can take a look at the babies as well. I'll be out to see you guys later, okay? Alright, so this is the baby's enclosure. I cover it with a blanket just to keep it warmer, because this container here, it's just not that warm. It is sealed here, but we still put a blanket over just so it can get up to, 80 degrees. Babies need to be a little bit warmer, just, so they can digest their food better, and these guys eat a lot. They're growing. They look small right now, but man, they were tiny when they hatched out of their eggs. So this is almost everybody. We've got 8 of them. I think there might be some hiding in their little hideouts, but yeah, these are all the babies. These are the babies of Spike and Big Mama. So yeah, you can imagine we were pretty excited when they hatched. These guys are really cute. And these guys can live up to 100 years old, maybe older. They can get over 100 pounds. And I actually see Spike getting into action out there, so I'm going to show you what he's up to. Well, Spike is getting busy out here. I don't want to interrupt them too much, but this is what they do when they're mating, and you can expect Big Mama may have some more eggs soon. Back to Shelby. We'll get back to the babies. I just, in case anyone was curious, that's what Spike was trying to do. Alright, back to the babies. So yeah, they can live a long time. They're gonna get really big. I believe it takes 25 years for them to get full size. And Spike out there, he's only 6. Spike is 6, Big Mama is 5. Shelby and her sister, Bulma, I believe, are 3 or 4. So they have a really long time to go. But these guys are only a couple months old. So it's gonna be a while. And if anyone's thinking about owning a Sulcata tortoise, it's a lifelong commitment and beyond. So they will be inherited by my kids, I'm sure, because I'm 31, so I won't be here when they're going to continue living on someday. So pretty exciting, very fascinating animals. And thank you for learning with me about these amazing tortoises, and I will see you guys next time.